right, in 3, 2, 1.
Go! This is the podcast!
Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a podcast?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and
Podcast.
and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hey everyone, welcome to Get to the Podcast. Let's get to the podcast with the number 2. My name is Tiago de Souza.
I'm Nick Gambino.
And I'm Neil Carson.
And it's the trailers part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8.
There's so many trailers. We can't fit them all into like one or two
yeah.
episodes.
Their trailers come out all the time, but this is like big movie
Because of
trailers.
Comic-Con, I
Yeah.
think just people were riding that kind of wagon of like, oh, let's just pump out all the trailers during this. I mean, we just can't talk about them all.
Yeah.
Because we want to give each one its due.
Exactly. So,
Break it down a little bit.
Yeah.
you guys want me to start off?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start off with a film that a lot of people are not paying attention to.
I had no idea this movie was even coming out.
But yeah, when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my God, this is great.
Yeah.
And I was
just like that. He said it just like that.
just like, oh my God, this is so great.
Went
Yeah.
full
And then he had a brain
Full
aneurysm.
Valley, yeah.
Valley.
Oh my God, this is so awesome.
And then
This
we
is so
murdered him.
amazing. Isn't this just amazing?
And then he kept going.
And I kept going.
And he
yeah.
beat that dead horse.
And I beat that dead horse, but the horse wasn't
It's a
dead. And he
euphemism
got
for
up again.
masturbation, isn't it? No? So
All right,
Is
so
it never beat a dead horse? I don't know
never
what
beat
the-
a dead horse
Is that
to
it?
death. I don't know.
no, it's
I don't
never
care.
beat a dead horse.
All
Who
right.
beats horses to death? That is
Yeah,
such a
who
weird
came up with
thing.
Apparently,
that?
you beat him to death, and then you just keep going, and it's like, hey, Kevin,
Stop it.
You're
Just-
done.
I
You're
know.
done with that.
Never look a gift horse in the mouth. I know that.
Yeah.
What
But-
does that mean?
Especially a dead gift horse in the
So
mouth.
apparently, horses. You could tell if the horse is going to live because a lot of horses die from tooth infections where
Yeah.
their teeth get
Yeah, that's
infected
right.
and then it kills them rapidly. So if you
Stupid
looked, if somebody
horses.
was like, "Here's a free horse, guy," and you opened its mouth to look at its teeth, you're basically disrespecting the person that gave you a free horse.
Yeah, even if it's going to die
Even
tomorrow,
though
you got
it
a free horse for a
well,
day.
the problem is that it dies, and then you have to get rid of the body. You have to do something with
Yeah.
this fucking
You just beat
big
it.
ass
Yeah.
2-ton animal, or how much they fucking weigh. I
You
don't know.
bury him. Bury him where they stand.
Yeah, but I mean, back in the day, you were like, now this is
drop
look, I
it
got
off
to deal
at
with this
the dude's
bullshit. I got this
house.
dead horse on my lawn.
Hey, I bought
Yeah.
this from you yesterday. Here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the movie's called "Don't Beat a Dead Horse." Is that right?
That's what it's
No,
called.
No, what's the name of the movie
It's
then?
called Ready or Not.
Oh, ready or not.
This guy's trying to
Here
come
I
back in.
come.
So-
you can't
Yeah.
hide.
So this
Gonna
film looks
fly.
fucking crazy.
Basically, a Fuji's.
It's based off the Fuji song, right?
Yeah, it's like a comedy version of a dark comedic version of Us.
But they're not calling it a dark comedy, so
They're
I'm
not.
skeptical that it's actually going. I mean, it might be humorous, but I don't think they're playing
It's
it as a comedy.
extremely
'Cause
humorous
looks
in that
very
trailer.
dark.
It looks extremely dark, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
premise of the film is this couple get married,
Correct.
right, in this big mansion in the
I think the family are
the-
game developers. They develop board games.
Okay, fine.
Oh, is that-
Because you
Is
can
that
see in
what
the
it is?
beginning of the trailer, it shows like a bunch of board games, and she was looking like their history and
Oh, maybe it's like the Parker brothers
So,
family.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
so
the
it's a
Parker
very
one.
big,
Yeah.
rich family, his family, and
Correct.
and that night they're like, okay, we have to do this thing. It's kind of a tradition or whatever. And anytime somebody gets married,
Did
into
your
the
mouth
family-
just go boo boo?
You know the main thing I hate about you? It's everything. So
Oh, I thought there was gonna be one on top.
trying to collect my thoughts here.
Oh, yeah, Andy McDowell's in it.
Can I?
which I'm
can you-
excited about.
Can you stop for a second? Can you fucking hold your goddamn horses?
Oh, were you saying
hold your
something?
dead horses?
Listen,
your gift horses. Your
Stop
dead
looking.
gift horses.
Stop looking in my horse mouth.
All right. And anybody who marries into the family basically has to go through this ritual where they have to pick a game.
Correct.
They pick a card and it's a game, and they have to play that game that night. Little does she know, so she picks hide and seek. The game is they're gonna fucking hunt her.
It
and
seemed
try
random.
to find her. That
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I guess there's versions of each game, and they know what it is. And once she picks hide and seek, they're like, okay, good. So we're basically gonna hunt her. She has to go hide, and if we find her, we're gonna kill her. And they each get
But
a
they don't
weapon:
even tell her.
shotguns, crossbows. They don't tell her.
Yeah.
Crossbows. She just happens to see them accidentally kill a maid with a shotgun blast to the face.
Correct.
And then the husband grabs her and goes, I didn't tell you about this. I'm really sorry. But they're gonna fucking kill
Yeah.
you if they find you before sunrise, and it gives that idea that there's something's gonna happen to the family, something bad's gonna happen if they
Correct.
don't kill her by
Yeah.
sunrise.
It almost has like a, you know what I immediately thought of when he said that? He's like, we have to have, you know, we're dead if like the sacrifice doesn't
Yeah.
happen. It made me think of Cabin in the Woods.
Which
Like
I
Cabin in the
didn't-
Woods
Oh,
has
yeah.
that big
Yeah.
twist at the end where
I
you're
haven't seen
like,
it. I haven't seen
what?
it. Still haven't seen it.
Are you fucking kidding me
Cabin in the
right
Woods,
now?
Yeah, I've said that
Are you
before.
joking?
No, I've seen
That
You need to see
movie,
it.
that
It's a
movie
great
was
film.
directed and it didn't even get released till like 2 years after.
Yeah.
It was like there's all this.
Yeah, it's Joss Whedon,
Oh
right?
man.
Yeah, have you seen Top Gun?
Yeah, I saw
Then
it.
shut your
I
dick
saw-
horse mouth.
There's a lot of horses.
I saw some of it.
Yeah.
I saw all I needed to see. All right.
All right, let's stop horsing
But I
around. Let's
stopped.
keep going.
So, but what I really like about the trailer, first off, it starts with Righteous Brothers' Unchained Melody, which
Exactly.
you know
Yeah.
from Ghost and everything, and the way they play it into the trailer throughout in this kind of horror fashion. But there's so much humor in the trailer.
Correct.
Like one of the guys, he's like the brother or whatever they gave him an old crossbow and he's sitting there watching a YouTube video on how to use a crossbow.
Yeah, no.
And it's just funny as somebody drops out the window behind him and it's just, and they keep killing the maids by
Yeah.
accident throughout it. And like the sister or whatever is like a horrible shot. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I love the part of the trailer where right in the beginning where she doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And she's like, "There's no way I can win, right?" He's like, "Well, if you stay hidden until dawn." She's like,
I'm not going to do
Yeah,
that.
it's okay. I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
and then at the end, and the husband's
Is
trying
that,
to like.
is that a R, or what do they call it? A red band trailer? Because I feel like
'cause
that's
they
a
were cursing.
graphic ass trailer.
It was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But then at the end, he's like, well, you wanted to get married. Like that's just a funny.
She's like,
because
"You
you would
really
say
wanna
that
put this
in
on
a
me?"
general thing, like, oh, this is a horrible wedding. Well, you wanted to get married, but this is like, oh, you're being
Yeah.
fucking chased by my family and who want to murder you.
Yeah.
You wanted to get married.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like maybe at the end of the film, like she's gonna end up killing all of them.
Yeah.
Even their husband, and her husband's gonna
Like
turn
Get Out.
on her.
Like Get Out.
Yeah, it's gonna have like a lot. Like it's gonna be like he's in on the game, and the reason he married her is like to be part of this whole game.
I feel
and
like he's
Yeah.
part of it. I feel like he's like Allison Williams.
I feel
in
like yeah.
Get Out.
I feel like that's
They might
probably
turn it
where it's
again
going.
and actually kill her at the end and have the husband do it.
Yeah, I mean the trailer is really. I just
It's spot
because
on.
visually it's like a horror film. It's like a psychological horror kind of.
It sold me.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's like purgish, and even visually it looks like, but it has all this humor throughout
Yeah.
it, which is very clear in the trailer, and I feel like that's going to be in the movie as
It
well.
does seem inspired by like Get Out or something.
Yeah,
'Cause
which
Get
had a lot
Out
of
is
humor.
like
It's-
funny, but like it's like then it's like it's insanely dark stuff
Yeah.
that is played dark, not
Right.
played funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Where you're just like, ugh, like this is scary.
Yeah.
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 I'm down.
Hopefully
for it.
they can handle that because
Yeah.
that's a tricky,
Yep.
you know.
Well, there's
balance.
two films coming out because it's like almost it has that Clue element to
Yeah.
the film. So
yeah.
there's two films that's coming out like that, and I hate to bring up another trailer but Knives Out.
Knives Out.
Oh yeah, Knives Out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can talk about another.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in another one because we have a bunch of other
Oh,
ones.
I
we
don't
wanna
think I've
get to.
seen it.
Yeah, I saw.
I'll show it to you. Yeah.
So what's the
You
other?
need to watch Cabin in the Woods. This fucking guy.
You need to watch Top Gun. Fucking homophobe.
No, dude. Dude, Cabin
For
in the
a guy-
Woods, man. Oh my god, just watch it because the twist at the end. Now you know there's a fucking twist, but
You know
the
the
twist
funny
is
thing?
like mind blowing.
Oh, don't tell me now.
You know the funny
I'm
thing?
not gonna spoil it, but
for a guy
it's
that
been
really
like 20
doesn't go to the
years.
theater,
Came out
It's been 20 it's been like
2006
10
or
years.
something.
It's been like 10 years.
Wasn't it like 2006?
No, it was like 2010.
yeah.
I
Was it?
think it's
Yeah.
2010. That movie.
What's his name? Thor's in it.
I know, and
And he's
also-
like a skinny Australian. You like won't even recognize him.
I love when you guys do this because for a guy that doesn't actually go to the movie theaters a lot, and you guys get on me for that,
2011.
I
That's true.
actually sound like I'm caught up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, that's true.
you're a sneaky little bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's 2011.
Oh, 2011
Yeah.
it came
You're
out.
close. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go to another trailer because we got
Another trailer.
Bunch.
All right. So I read this book when I was young.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're doing that one. That wasn't in the list.
Oh, damn.
God damn it!
We can
Diego.
do it.
There's too many.
All right,
There's too many.
Do like 30 seconds on that one. So just talk about that a little bit.
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
I'm excited.
Guillermo del Toro
Because
is like
because
a
of that.
producer on this. Are you kidding me? How can you
I
not
want to
be
see it, but
excited?
Ready
Yeah.
or Not actually got me more than Scary Stories.
Did
Tell in
it?
the Dark for some reason. I don't know.
Well,
It
fuck
just-
you. Anywho, this movie has
They're
gotten
two-
me
one's
super
like
exci-
fantasy,
Yeah,
one's
yeah.
like, you know, weird rich people.
I think you literally need to watch the trailer again. And
No, I've
really
seen it. It looks really good.
Yeah, okay, but I don't think you got it because
You're
you're,
not even going to
choosing
see
the
it
other
until
one.
it comes out and fucking streaming.
It's streaming. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like psyching it up. You still haven't seen Lion King, which you
8-track.
were like riding the Simba's dick like the whole fucking way.
This guy.
That's actually not okay. It's older Simba. When he was
last
an adult.
episode,
Lion
he
Lion
got
dick.
way caught up in animal porn, and he's still in it.
Oh yeah, because of chugging the ass cock from Silent Bob.
the ass cock. Wow.
So
If you don't know, listen
Wait,
to our
so
last
here's the
episode
thing.
to understand what we're talking about.
here's the thing: is that you're telling me to say another movie, and I'm telling you scary stories to tell in the dark because that's what's on my mind.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to say the next film.
Zombieland
All right, let's go to
Double Tap.
Zombieland 2.
Double Tap. I love the title because it's a reference to the first film, Double Tap, which is like an ongoing joke in that first film.
I feel like none of them have aged either.
No, they.
Woody Harrelson.
Abigail Breslin,
Right.
is
She was
her
like a little
20s,
kid, yeah.
But I mean, she definitely. Yeah, it just looks great. I mean, I love that first film so much. The one thing I loved about the first film was there was absolutely like nobody else alive in that film except for Bill Murray and them.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not really a spoiler. It's.
Oh, that's like the best part of the movie.
Yeah, but like they
But you
run into
haven't
Bill
seen that
Murray.
film by now.
Everybody knows
It's
Bill
something
Murray's in that first film. Anyways, but this one, there's a lot of other people alive, and it's sort of like I don't know how I feel about that element, but I know you
they
have
show
to do
a
that.
lot of other people. They just
I mean,
showed
Luke Wilson, Rosario Dawson,
that's 4.
Thomas Middleditch. I'm not done, you fuck. Thomas Middleditch, the blonde girl. I'm just saying, there's
The guy who's like with the weed.
yeah. I'm literally like we're like 5 and okay.
It's a decent amount of people.
All I'm saying is I'm good with it. I'm fine.
On Earth?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Because they did reference it in the first
Yeah.
film, the old lady who had the zombie kill of the week with the thing where she pulls the piano or whatever as she's going in. So it does indicate that there are other people alive.
Correct.
They just don't really run into them in the movie, in the first
Yeah.
one. And this is also 10 years later. That movie, I think, is from 2009. So we're talking about 10 years later. So it makes sense that people would get a little more situated and you'd run
And
into
they
more
run into people, yeah.
So, but this looks funny, and it looks like they've got the same kind
Woody
of humor.
Harrelson is just amazing, man.
He's great.
He's just
Yeah.
like so. He's that guy that if you want to enjoy a movie, even if it's not bad, you watch something that he's in because you just enjoy his character.
Yeah.
He can
You
do
enjoy what he
comedy, he can do
does.
drama,
Yeah.
he can do action. He's
Yeah,
good.
he's
Yeah.
just that actor that you just enjoy watching. It's like I loved him. And what's that series? True Detective.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Yeah.
You know, and that was a serious role. You know, so I'm excited. And Highwayman.
Yep.
He was just
Yeah.
with that. With
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I
It's
wanna
actually
watch
good.
it.
You should watch it. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially how they play the trailer where everybody's a Academy Award winner.
Yeah, they say Academy Award, and they are
Academy
All
Award
four
nominee,
of them.
Academy Award nominee, Academy Award nominee,
Yeah.
Academy Award winner.
Winner,
And I was
yeah.
just like, this is amazing.
But it
Like,
is
that's a
true.
great
Like all
way to do
four
it.
of them
Yeah.
also are,
It's true.
So it's kind
Yeah.
of like their main cast of like, and most of those have been nominated since that film, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or won since that first film. But yeah, that I like the whole thing. Like Abigail Breslin, because she was always the younger. She's sort of like done being considered the little kid, and she kind of takes
She's
off,
over
and they
it,
have to
yeah.
go get her. And I
Yeah.
do like that because it brings it back to that just kind of more intimate thing to save them,
Yeah.
which is what the first film really ends up being about. Saving them, that close knit group
Yeah.
and creating their own family.
Right.
And they have the White House. They're at the White House. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have that scene where
Yeah, the action. I
I
didn't
guess
see,
the last president was Barack Obama because
I
you
guess,
see the
yeah.
poster in the background.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Trump, he
That's true.
never
Well,
made the list.
I'm just excited for like whatever cameos and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you know, are going to show up. I mean, they've already shown a lot of people already, so I'm like assuming there's
more.
going to be some
Yeah.
like stuff like that. But
They got to
we'll
run
see.
into at least one more celebrity.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, something like that. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe Rosario Dawson's playing herself, or Luke Wilson and Thomas Middleditch could be playing themselves.
That would be funny.
They could be. Playing
That
them.
would
yeah,
be.
They
Yeah.
might
Yeah.
not even be playing characters.
Yeah.
Anyways, I like it because I love that.
Bill Murray die?
Oh yeah,
He died.
He was
Yeah.
wasn't he? He
It was
dead?
Was it Emma Stone? Or,
No, it was what's his name shoots
Was
him.
it Jesse Eisenberg that
Jesse
shot him back?
Eisenberg
That's right,
shoots him
that's
on
right.
accident,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Because
they're
he
like,
came
what
in
the
to
hell?
scare him, and he just blows
That's
a fucking hole in him.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was Bill Murray thinking?
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
really? He's like, oh, this is gonna be really funny. Let me do this. Like, what are you thinking? Like, don't do
But
that.
he seemed totally okay with it. He's like, no. He's like, it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not upset with you. And he's
Yeah.
like, I literally murdered Bill Murray. Like, if I did that, that would like fuck me up for the rest of my life. Like,
That's funny.
What
too much.
What do you say? He's like, yeah, I saw Eddie Van Halen on the golf course. How's he doing? Oh, he's a zombie. Yeah.
yeah.
That's I was just thinking maybe they would bring that scene back and he's still not dead or something like that. He's
Oh, it
just
would
a
be
zombie.
funny.
Yeah,
if
well,
he-
they
it
wrapped
was a
him up
cameo.
and threw him
They
off
did,
the thing,
yeah,
right?
What
Yeah.
if he showed up or something somehow as like a cameo,
as an actual
a
zombie?
Yeah.
That was what I thought they might
Yeah.
do. Yeah, but
That's what I'm
they're
thinking,
all
yeah.
the way on the other side of the country
Right.
at this point because they're.
But what if he got
They're in
there?
DC.
That's-
In the original one, they were in California.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're going to California.
But they wrapped him up and threw him in the river.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He still could have.
He was just in a zombie movie that came
Oh
out.
yeah,
I haven't- I
the
gotta see it.
Jim Jarmusch one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did
the
that.
indie film
Dead
or
Man
something?
Don't
Dead men don't
talk or
something like
Dead
that.
Men Don't Live.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Men
Anyways, yes, Zombieland 2. Yep,
So.
definitely excited for that. All right.
Neil, what do you got?
What do I got?
Oh, let's do Jojo
I've
Rabbit
already-
real quick. We'll do Jojo Rabbit, and then
Yeah.
we'll wrap up with the last one we're gonna do.
Was that, and then I feel like there was something else.
There was. You brought it up.
Huh?
No, we don't have to whisper about it. They're trying to whisper behind the mic. I'm gonna bring it up. Fuck.
What?
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Now we're gonna talk about it.
Why didn't you just say it?
Huh? I don't know.
All right.
He was trying to keep
That
it a
was
secret.
awkward.
So JoJo.
Jojo Rabbit actually
Looks really good.
Yeah, Tika.
Any movie that makes
Taika
fun of
Waititi.
Nazis, yeah.
What is his fucking name?
Tiki.
New Zealand guy.
Yeah.
Tiki-
Not Peter Jackson.
Is it Taika Waititi or whatever? That just sounds very Star Wars-ish. Every time I say it, I'm like, I feel like I'm saying something out of Star Wars. Waititi.
I'm curious to see how well this film does, because anytime they come out with like parody films that make fun of Nazis, that you show Nazi symbolism or make fun of Hitler, like people get all crazy.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's not successful. The producers was successful to be or not to be.
His name is Taika.
Both Mel Brooks movies.
Waititi.
Taika Waititi. Is that how you pronounce it?
Waiti.
No, I know how to spell, but I'm saying, how's it pronounced? Is it? It's pronounced like exactly.
I'm
Oh,
reading
you didn't even
it.
look up
I'm
the
pronouncing.
pronunciation. You're just reading the name.
I'm reading the name.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm close enough. in
I'm
some
saying, how does it?
continent.
Man, you're just fucking a mess.
What do you?
All right, so Taika Waititi.
It's like a parody, or not a parody, but it's like
It's
like
about
the
Hitler Youth.
Hitler
It looks
Youth.
like Hitler Youth, and
Cancel.
one
So
of
the
them
story-
seems to have a imaginary Adolf Hitler friend, is what it looks like.
Is that what it is?
It doesn't, yeah, because I don't think it's like the real Hitler. Right? It seems like it's like his imaginary friend, like building him up.
So this-
why would
yeah.
Hitler be randomly in the
Hey,
middle of the
Adolf.
woods? Hey,
No, so the
Adolf.
whole
okay,
story
Jojo.
premise is basically this boy is in like basically going to be a soldier. He loves the Nazis. He wants to do, and he finds out that his family,
As young boys do. Yeah.
he finds
Wow.
out that his family is hiding a Jewish
person.
girl in the house.
Oh, is that what
it's-
the story is? That's not
yeah.
clear in the trailer at all.
Well, it's
In the
message,
synopsis?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I think he's probably like that boy who's daydreaming of meeting Hitler. And
That's what
maybe
I think.
That's what he's.
Yeah, and it's
He
played
imagines-
by the director of the movie.
Played
Like,
director.
people said that I would be a bad guy, and
lunatic
look at
and-
this.
yeah,
Yeah,
I would kill people.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks really funny.
It looks whimsical.
I don't know if it
and
is funny,
farcical.
but it looks really funny.
It's supposed to be because
are they
I
promoting
mean-
it as a comedy?
Yeah, it's totally. I mean, look at the
Yeah.
freaking trailer. But the visuals in it are really interesting. Like, it looks like well filmed
Yeah.
as well. Like,
Yeah.
there's some interesting scenes, like it almost seems like battle scenes or whatever. It looks really interesting and creative and original.
Yeah.
And the guy who did it is the guy who did Hunt for the Wilder People, which is a great movie. Sam Neill and the kid from Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Which is a great movie. And that's like kind of
The-
more on this
yeah.
scale of sort of, it just seems like more indie. He also did Thor Ragnarok. He's doing the next Thor movie too.
Correct.
Love and Thunder. Thor, Love and Thunder. And it's supposed to be
Yeah.
that kind of like Ragnarok
She-Thor.
spirit. Yeah, Natalie Portman's supposed to be the new Thor, actually. Like somehow.
Very interesting.
What?
Yeah, she's supposed to be
Very
a new
interesting.
Thor of some sort. Yeah, that's what they announced at Comic-Con. She came
She's
out.
playing the same character that she played in the first.
She must, because why would she be coming back? You know, why would that
Oh,
be the same
wow.
actress? Yeah, so that's
I
interesting.
thought that she was like done with it, or they were done with her, and
Yeah.
she wasn't in the last two movies.
People make up and kiss up.
Right.
she wasn't in the last one, but she
Was
showed
she
up
in
in
two?
Endgame.
for like 10 seconds.
I'm saying she showed up in it. But he did Hunt for the Wilder People. He did Thor Ragnarok. He's doing the next Thor, and he's an actor and a comedian of sorts. He was
Yeah.
in What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
The vampire one, which is really funny.
There's a
I
show
guess there's
based
a
on
show
that,
now,
yeah.
and I don't know
Yeah.
if he's in the show, but because he was
I don't
a main.
think so.
Okay. Anyway, so it's really. I think it looks good, Jojo Rabbit. I
looks
like
entertaining.
these movies that come out of nowhere that are just sort of like these indie different.
Sarcastic
They're
comedy.
not based. They're just doing their own thing, and it's just right out of somebody's creative.
Like
mind.
What If?
Yeah.
Yeah, What If, or just creative. Like Death of Stalin was another one that just.
What was the other one with
Death
with
of Stalin
Hitler?
was hilarious.
Kung Fury.
Yes.
Or like Hitler goes back in time
Yeah.
or some shit. What was
Yeah,
it?
well, it was about this guy. He needs to hack time, go back in time. He's a cop,
Right.
Because Hitler comes to the future to Miami in the '80s and kills the captain and all the cops.
Yeah,
in
he
his,
shoots
in his
him
police
through the
department.
phone.
Through the phone. Can I talk to the chief of police? This is him. Shoots him through the phone.
Have you
and
seen
then-
this?
Yeah.
It's a half-hour
It was-
short.
It came out on YouTube.
Wait,
Yeah, it's on
wait, wasn't
YouTube.
there a full blown movie? that's
Supposed to do it, yeah.
There was
Michael
a second
Fassbender
one.
is supposed to be in it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be amazing.
It's just so nuts, and then they go back in time and to fight the Kung
With, like, the
Fuhrer.
Vikings
Kung
or
Fuhrer. He's
something?
obsessed with Kung Fu. He's the Kung Fuhrer.
Yeah, Kung
Yeah,
Fury.
He goes back with Thor.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah.
insane.
And there's like dinosaurs or some shit.
Yes.
It's an
crazy.
insane movie.
Yeah.
It's an insane
So
movie.
you can make fun
should
of
watch
Hitler.
it.
You can make fun
This
of
is just
Hitler.
a satire film, and this
Yeah.
it looks funny. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
I've
it.
never seen a movie based on the Hitler Youth, so I'm excited. that came out. That sounded weird.
I don't know. I mean, neo-Nazis.
You do your thing, Neo.
You guys still haven't
American
seen
History X.
Der Untergang, which is like the movie based on the last 2 days or last 3 days of Hitler's life
Oh
in the
yeah,
bunker.
they're in the bunker. Yeah, I saw
Did
that.
you see that
I
one?
saw that. Mhm.
So good,
It was
right?
really, really good.
All those
Based off
memes
all
where
the
like
memes.
Hitler's like
Yeah.
taking his glasses off. And he loses
the
it.
gifts. The gifts. Yeah.
Well, if you go on YouTube, there's like all these
Memes.
where they do the subtitles, and it's like
Every
whatever.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah, like Apple takes away the headphone jack, and it's like Hitler loses his mind
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
headphones. It's like, we still have the headphone jack.
Right.
Yeah.
That movie, like, is incredible, and the
Right.
guy who plays Hitler, he's fantastic. It's just a very, very. I forget what the actual English translation is. It's I forget. I know it's on Amazon Prime. I think you
Yeah,
can watch it,
it
or Netflix.
It's I think it translates to "Who's coming to dinner?" It's Adolf.
Adolf, hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
Anyways, so
I'm
that
here.
Jojo Rabbit looks good, but the
Now let's transition from Nazis to Mr. Rogers.
it makes sense because he was a Nazi, wasn't he?
He fought the Nazis. He was
fought
a
the
he was a
Nazis.
Marine.
I'm sorry, I had it
in
mixed
World
up.
War II.
I had it mixed up. I've been telling
Remember?
people for years that he was a Nazi.
The
You're saying-
CIA. He was a CIA operative.
That's
he's a
why
sniper. He's a sniper, right?
That's all those
That's why he
rumors.
wasn't very social.
We don't know yet. I mean, we
Well,
still went.
I mean, I watched the documentary. Did you see the documentary?
I did watch the documentary.
It was really good.
good.
Yeah. Won't You Be My Neighbor? Great documentary.
What is
Yeah.
this
And-
all up hit up on Mr. Rogers? Like
What?
documentary film?
No, there were rumors for years.
Well-
I mean, there was bullshit rumors created because he's a guy who actually literally has no fucking skeletons in his closet.
Yeah.
Is not a dark figure. Doesn't have like some hidden agenda. Isn't different from his on-screen personality. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
In his private life. But what's interesting is if you look at there was rumors. There was like rumors like he was arrested for cocaine possession. I heard that forever. I thought it was true up until literally like probably 5 years ago.
Yeah, you can't be in Hollywood unless you have skeletons.
Yeah, and they were like saying he always wore those sweaters to cover his tattoos because he had a lot of tattoos.
because he was in the
Yeah.
Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like all these this
It's
is
a
bullshit.
sniper.
I mean, so many of these things are bullshit.
Yeah.
And the I think that documentary will probably tell you more about him in this new movie.
Yeah.
Because this is done from a different angle. It seems like the main guy in this movie
The journalist
is the journalist.
Yes,
because
correct.
you're like talking about a guy who doesn't have a lot of drama in his own life, which
Mm-hmm.
is Fred Rogers, and then you had to basically have your main character needed his own drama and conflict, and that was this. They did it through the journalists, which I
Yeah.
thought was interesting.
And that's the basis of this movie. Is basically the journalist is trying to tell his story, Mr. Rogers' story,
Yep.
and who he is and what he's about. And some of the scenes, especially in the trailer, I mean, just shows you how genuine the guy really actually
And
is.
Tom Hanks playing him.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Tom Hanks is
He
playing,
like
yeah.
nails it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
does.
Perfect.
Especially when
It's
he throws
almost
his-
weird because I'm like, this is almost too good that where
Yeah.
I feel like it should be Fred Rogers, but yeah, no, it looks really
That's
good.
how I
I'm
felt.
excited.
I was so weird about seeing Tom Hanks in it, and I think what you just said now made sense. Yeah.
I will say I experienced a hint of Forrest Gumpy sound coming out of his mouth, so I was like, oh, this is kind of. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to like acclimate to it
Yeah.
because I feel like he talks with like a little bit of a draw.
He does that. That's Fred Rogers.
I know,
though.
but
He
like
has a
coming
little
from
bit.
Tom Hanks, it sounds a little bit like Forrest Gump,
Right.
and that kind of threw me off. But maybe they're just like, "Oh, Forrest Gump is so long
Maybe
ago,
you just
nobody's
like
gonna
the
make
movie.
a
He does. I
connection."
don't think he sounds anything like.
That was the
Forrest Gump.
first thing I thought.
Oh, okay.
Forrest Gump. I was like,
Interesting.
"This is."
Yeah.
But then I got over it. I was
How
like,
about
"All right, it's fine."
this?
because he
Maybe-
talks slow and deliberate.
Yeah.
Fred
Yeah.
Rogers. He always did that in his show.
He talked to kids. Yeah.
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 So maybe
like,
you could just
it's a
you could just
beautiful
like
day
the movie, or you
in the
could just get
neighborhood.
yourself
It's
a
a
stripping
beautiful
boat
day.
and just get on the fucking stripping boat.
What is that?
It's a direct quote, actually. It's
Yeah.
a direct quote.
That's how he talks.
Get on the motherfucking stripping
No, but
boat.
he always talked very deliberate
Yeah.
and very calm and soothing. That's how Fred Rogers
I
always
remember as a
talked.
kid watching
I
it
watched
growing up. I didn't think much about it. It was just on TV. It was like
Yeah.
what my parents would
But
put on.
it's
so.
interesting though, because if you see that show, if you watch it, you're like, why were kids interested in this show? Because it wasn't flashy, it wasn't cartoony, there weren't like crazy colors whacking you in the face.
It
There
was
wasn't.
a guy talking to you.
It was literally a guy
Yeah.
talking to you. Like, who's interested in this? An older dude just like talking to you, and he did little puppets, and that was like the only part of it that felt like really like
Represented America.
Yeah, but he would show you things. He would come into his
It
apartment.
was funny. He was like the opposite of Stranger Danger. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
mentality that like don't trust anyone that you don't know
Right.
because they might murder you or rape you or whatever.
But you felt
and
like
then
you
he
did
was
know
like,
him.
get to know your neighbor.
Yeah.
I'm your
Oh,
neighbor.
yeah.
Like I'll be your friend. Like get to know me. Get to know people who live next to you and live in your neighborhood and
Yeah.
like become friends with strangers. Like
Right.
make them not strangers. Make them your friend.
Right.
So it was like the opposite of what.
Yeah.
This other campaign, which was like, "Oh, stranger danger! Don't trust anybody. Don't talk to anybody."
That is, yeah, it is
Don't
interesting because
interact.
he was about
There's two
neighborly love because he was
mentalities.
a Christian.
Yeah.
And his whole thing was he was actually a minister.
Yeah.
And he never promoted
Oh,
that.
I didn't know that.
It's in the
In the show,
documentary.
yeah.
It's in the
Oh, right,
documentary.
right.
They never showed that, but the guy was
Yeah.
literally doing a Christian minister show. That's what Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was this entire time.
Yeah.
But he never mixed that. He never brought that into the fold. He never talked really about
just
God.
generalized
And
it, yeah.
He was just trying to, and I thought that was brilliant. Like that's the problem you have with religion and stuff like that. Things that happen is people are like, you're just trying to, either, recruit or you're trying to just kind of push those values, those tenets and that religion and those books on me where it's sort of like, couldn't we just be a good example of a Christian?
Right.
And teach the most common sense, basic values that everybody does and not associate it with this? Just be like, that's a way to calm the raging sea, right?
Yeah.
Just put out good
Yeah, it's
messages.
Like, he was like non-denominational, but he was like pushing just a message of like the
Just
basic
goodnesses, treat people right. Yeah, and,
he
that was
had-
really good.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
good at working with children, and he had these
It was incredible,
basic
yeah.
principles and these things. Like even in the trailer, it shows him. He's like, "Well, there's certain things you could do. Like if you're feeling angry, you can play the lowest keys on the piano, boom,
Yeah.
and just play those." And it kind of like he almost had all these techniques that were nice, sane ways to just. You ever see that video that on YouTube of him talking to Congress, right, and trying to get money for or the Senate or whatever. I don't exactly know who he's talking about. But he was trying to get money for PBS funding, right, and that's an unbelievable and that's in the documentary, even a longer version in the documentary, and it's this idea that he understands that you could just talk to children and you can let them know we hear you, you have feelings too, and we can help. You can control those feelings and those emotions, and you can be understood by adults. And these things aren't stupid that you're going through. And here's some things to help you out with that.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
He was one of the only people on television, I think, that actually would like acknowledge that a child can understand what an adult is saying and like not just dismiss things that children say. Which I thought
that was the
really
thing about
cool.
his show is that and I watched a couple episodes of it. It was literally about you having friends and having relationships that were joyful.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was the whole thing about it. And when he presented the show, it wasn't like he was just having the conversation with the puppets. He would actually make you feel like you were in there having the conversation with them because he always looked at the screen. He broke the fourth wall.
Said you. He
And
talked
said
to
you.
one individual.
Yeah.
Kid, like, which was all of them.
exactly. Yeah. It's just.
And he described what he was doing, like when he was feeding the fish and everything like
Yeah.
that. Because there was one blind child who would watch that had written in at one point, or he'd found out about that, so he started describing it, so
Describing
that they knew what he
everything,
was
yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
It's just that kind of stuff, like that individual care. And
Yeah.
being like you're special.
Well, you just don't have shows like that today. Like,
No.
I mean, even though we have like 3,000 television networks or whatever, and you can watch more or less anything you want. It's hard to find a show
Yeah.
that's like that.
Not like
What do
that.
we have-
Nothing's ever been
what
like
we have-
Sesame Street's great, but it's like it's very also
Sesame Street's become very corporate.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's still good, but it still has a lot of just like they have cartoons in it now as part of it, and there's just a lot.
We have
of like,
SpongeBob growing our kids.
it's a lot of like puppet,
You don't want your kids growing up like SpongeBob or Family Guy or any of these shows. They're great shows, but they're not.
Yeah.
They
Well,
they sound
shouldn't
the same.
teach people values.
I mean, I have a kid, so I know what kind of things they're watching, like Bubble Guppies and PJ Masks. These are like preschool shows that are on now.
and you can screen it. you know.
And they're
Baby
fine. They're
Shark.
not bad, but there's some. Mr. Rogers was a totally different thing. And
No,
it's- I
they
don't
are
think-
bad. Baby Shark. Teach your kid how to loop a song.
Baby shark,
Baby
doo,
Shark?
doo, 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 baby shark.
I don't know what this is.
Doo, 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 baby shark.
Is this like
Daddy shark, dude. It's really fucking gets in your head. You're like, God damn it, I cannot get it out of my goddamn head. Run.
Is this a YouTube video?
It's God, wait, I
never
think it
heard of
originated. It's literally
Yeah.
baby shark, dude, and then it goes, mommy shark.
No, I think it was an
grandma
Asian
shark,
guy-
and then it's.
I think it was
grandpa,
an Asian
and then
guy
it's
who did it for his kid.
And then it's go and hunt, or something like
Yeah.
that. And then it's like run away,
Same thing over and
safe
over.
at last,
Oh.
safe
Same
at
thing
last,
over.
safe
And it
at
became a
last, and then it
phenomenon.
ends. And like literally, the kids hear it, they're like, "Yes, yes, master, I will do whatever you want."
Yeah.
but it's really addictive
It's
and
crazy.
hypnotic.
Yeah.
This is on YouTube.
You
Yeah.
can watch it on YouTube. It's on Spotify. I mean, it's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
it's a song.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been redone, but I guess
It's gonna be
originally-
nominated.
I'm glad it hasn't reached me yet.
Well, you're just not in that. Like, I would have never heard about any of these things if I didn't have a kid. You know.
Oh,
The only
okay.
reason that I heard is because my wife heard it, and
They played it
yeah.
at South by. Was it South by Southwest? Or was it Coachella? I think it was South by Southwest. They literally a DJ played it and like remixed it, and people, the huge crowd of like thousands and thousands of people are fucking baby shark. It's insane.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
Silliness.
All right. Anyway, so but there's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
it's just
Yeah.
Sorry, it was just sad that we lost time to Baby Shark.
That's on you.
So, Mr. Rogers, Hitler, and Scary Movies to Tell in the Dark, and a family that
Zombies.
murders their new family member.
Yeah, the new wife
zombie.
and zombies.
And zombies. Yeah, it's
Great
a good
episode,
mix.
guys.
Great
Yeah.
mix of
No,
movies.
it's
crazy.
It's eclectic, you know.
It's very eclectic.
I love
It's
it. I
crazy
love it.
because now we have there's so much content coming out, and I don't know what I'm
there's
gonna
even more.
do.
There's movies we haven't even talked
They
about.
just announced
there's so
all
many
the
more.
new Marvel movies that are coming out for
Yeah.
phase
Phase
5
4.
or phase 4, phase 5. What? No, it's phase
4.
Fuck, I don't know. Dude.
I think they just did a
But
whole
they-
thing on
Mar- Mar-
Terminator.
Dark Fate. Yeah, they did a whole panel for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, Dark Fate. But also, fucking Mahershala Ali is going to be the new Blade.
What?
Yeah,
How
they
did I not
announced
hear
that.
this?
That was a huge announcement. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
That's
'Cause
a
I love him.
great cast.
And Wesley
right there.
Snipes is like, cool, man. Like he gave his blessing on it. or
That's
whatever.
a
It was
great
sweet.
casting right there.
Yeah, it's cool. Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
I like.
Does
him.
he know what kung fu? Like Wesley Snipes?
I mean, that's the thing.
He's a great actor, but I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah. But dude, any of these people have combat training before they became actors and trained for it? You trained for it.
yeah,
If
but you
Keanu
can
Reeves
tell when
wasn't-
it's like when,
Wesley Snipes didn't know
Lawrence
kung fu.
Fishburne and Lawrence
He
Fishburne
talks
and
about
Keanu
it.
Reeves weren't kung
but they
fu
trained
guys.
for like 6 months or something.
So
for
what,
that
they're not
movie.
gonna
Do you
do
know?
that with
Do you
it?
know the whole story about Wesley Snipes and like he didn't know kung fu? He just played it. He just played it.
No, he's a
Really?
martial arts
No.
guy. No,
He
he's
was like a
martial
martial
arts guy.
artist.
He's a martial arts guy.
I'm
He's a martial arts
pretty
guy.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a martial arts guy.
I need to research
It's like
this 'cause
Jean-Claude
from what I
Van Damme
read
was like a martial
is that He
artist.
was not a martial arts guy. He played a lot of his role.
You're
by,
thinking
You
of
might
Steven
be thinking
Seagal.
he wasn't a basketball guy
No.
because he wasn't for white man.
it might be Steven Seagal.
It
too.
wasn't Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal was
He's
like
Aikido.
born. He came out of the womb martial artist.
doing Aikido. No, what's
Doing
his face?
Aikido, yeah.
There is a story about Wesley Snipes was not a basketball player. And he did White Man
Oh.
Can't Jump. And,
And
he
he had to,
literally
like, learned how to play.
He had to learn and kind of faked
Yeah,
it a
'cause
little
he's a
bit.
hustler. Like, he's really,
But what
you
was
know, he's
interesting,
supposed to be
Woody
really
Harrelson
good.
was a basketball player. He played basketball in, I think, college.
Yeah.
He's a college player. So it's, God, I love that movie, though. White Man Can't Jump. Whew. So good.
Good movie.
Yeah, but anyway, so there's all these other movies. They did the Eternals coming out. Angelina Jolie's going to be in one. They have that Shang-Chi film coming out. They announced like
Angelina
all
Jolie.
their new Guardians.
Oh, where I do remember seeing that.
Yeah, there's a huge. It's called the Eternals. It's another one of these Guardians of the Galaxy kind of movies, and there's a huge cast that's been cast in that film.
I wonder if I'm curious to see. I mean,
Okay, so
you
the
know,
whole story behind
highest-grossing
Wesley
film.
Snipes and his martial arts is that he was a martial arts. He's been studying martial arts since he was 12 years old. He just didn't want to include that in any of his film in the beginning, and then it just became a thing.
Right,
Oh,
with Blade.
because
Starting
they're
with
like, you
Blade,
have this-
really.
So,
Well,
yeah.
no, actually, even Pastor 57, I think he does.
Yeah,
some
he's
martial
doing,
arts
like,
stuff.
crazy
Oh, what
kicks
was that
and-
about? Fucking Money Train. He fucking kicks the shit out of all those guys.
well,
Remember?
that was after Passenger 57.
No, it's 90. Well, yeah, I'm just saying it was early before Blade. It was 95, so it was
Yeah.
like 3 years before that. But do you remember that whole scene where he goes, where he kicks the guy, he does the roundhouse fucking kick and
Yeah.
knocks him through the glass?
Dude, I like growing up. I thought that all police officers knew kung fu. Like that was, and it's because of bullshit like this,
Yeah.
where it's like somebody that knew
Van
martial
Damme
arts for
and-
20 years. I was
yeah.
like, all cops know kung fu. That's just a standard training.
And then you find out no cops know kung
no
fu.
cops, know kung
None.
fu. It's a fucking lie.
Yeah, so that's super interesting.
Hollywood is a liar.
yeah,
Sometimes.
basically, sometimes.
So, all right,
Most
cool.
of the
So I
time,
was wrong.
actually, all the time. What am I talking about? It's all lies.
It is
Everything
all
in
lies.
Hollywood is
Yeah.
all bullshit.
Even based on a true story. It's only based on.
yeah, it's all
Yeah.
bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good bullshit.
Good
though.
bullshit.
Fun,
Good stuff.
So
entertaining
yeah,
bullshit.
so there's a lot of trailers.
Yep.
I don't know,
We talked about some of them.
and I think we've talked about like 5% of them that are coming out.
There's a
within
Harriet Tubman movie
the
coming
rest.
out.
Harriet, yeah. There's
What's interesting.
Harriet.
I haven't watched
Yeah,
that yet.
there's,
a Aretha Franklin one coming out with Jennifer
Aretha-
Hudson playing
Ju-
Oh, yeah.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, there's Judy.
Judy Garland.
Garland. Yeah. So all right.
So many.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot of stuff.
I can't
coming
keep
out.
up with
It's
it.
just I can't. Yeah, I know. And you guys want me to go to the theater to see what? Everything?
Yeah.
How do
We're
I choose?
into movies. We like movies,
How do I
and we
choose?
can't even keep up with this
I know.
shit.
How do I
Like,
choose?
It's just
That's
too much.
life, man. That's life.
I'll tell you what. I am excited about Hubs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw, the new Fast and Furious.
Yeah, it looks good.
If you go see that in theaters, I'm going to give you the biggest beatdown of your fucking
He will
life.
say it.
No,
That's what he's
say
going to
it.
see in theaters.
No,
not
I
in
will
the-
watch Lion King.
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Please watch that.
I will watch Lion King, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I will make
you-
an effort.
You have to because we can't talk
I
about it because
will-
it's going to be spoiler. There are
I
spoiler
will.
elements.
I
in it.
will make an effort.
Okay.
And
Spoiler
that's a-
elements? What do you mean?
Like there's stuff that
There's
you
a
don't
surprise
want to
ending.
talk about. No, not necessarily that. It's just there's certain things in it that you don't want to talk about with people who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. There's just certain
There's
things.
elements that drive the
There's
film.
some great fucking scenes in that movie. Anyways, we gotta. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us here at Get to the Podcast. I was gonna say something about trailers. I totally blew it.
Get to the trailers.
Yeah, we're not even going to delete this. It's there, people. I messed up. Here we go again. Thank you guys for joining us here at Get to the Podcast. Let's Get to the Podcast with the number 2. My name is Tiago D'Souza.
I'm Nick Gambino.
And I'm Neil Carson.
And if you find a trailer, tell a trailer.
What? Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark.
Nick got shot.
What? Violence.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.